Manchester United were held to 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace on Saturday as they failed to take advantage of a largely dominant performance at Selhurst Park. It left Erik Ten Hag's side in the bottom half of the Premier League table, 11th position after the first 5 games of the season, and with very few positives to cling to from a middling start to the season. However, one small crumb of comfort for United is the fact they emerged from their draw in South London with no fresh injury concerns. We welcomed Mason Mount and Rasmus Hojlund back to the first-team squad on Saturday after their recent injury concerns, while Victor Lindelof returned to first-team training this week. Rasmus Hojlund made a late cameo at Selhurst Park, while Mason Mount was also in the squad after the pair recovered from muscle injuries. With that in mind, here is a full roundup of how United's treatment table is looking and our injury updates ahead of Wednesday's Europa League clash with FC Twente. Firstly, Luke Shaw. He was ruled out at the start of the season with a calf injury and he is yet to return to action so far this term. The recent clashes with Barnsley and Crystal Palace came too soon and it is now anticipated he will return to action at the start of next month. Ten Hag, speaking earlier this week, said he's progressing but not yet ready to be selected. He is progressing well. Of course, we have a plan in our head when he can be ready, but you're always dependent on how the progress will go. And you can't make a suggestion because there are so many factors a plan can accelerate or slow down. His potential return date is set on October 6th. Tyrell Malacia took the first steps on his recovery from injury by taking part in the warm-ups prior to first-team training this week. The Dutch international defender has been out of action for over a year with a knee injury, but he could be back in contention next month. Ten Hag explained in August he is not that far off, but he is now in a progress situation. At a relatively short notice, he can again return into team training and then into team performance in games. I think it would be possible to be available again in 2 months. Meanwhile, Leny Yoro is back to light individual training, but he is still a bit far away from being match fit. United fans are still yet to see their £52 million summer signing in competitive action after he suffered an injury on the first game of the club's summer tour of the United States. The injury required surgery, and he is expected to return to action by the ending of October or the beginning of November. Victor Lindelof is back to full training with the squad, but he is yet to get match fit. Manchester United are gearing up to face FC Twente on Wednesday in the new format of the Europa League that will see them face 8 teams in the group stages of the competition. After the game against FC Twente, they will now face Tottenham in the Premier League at the weekend. What are your early predictions for this crucial game against FC Twente? Share your predictions in the comments section below.